Lana Kang, the daughter of one of the youngest Lightning Fang members known as Marco, a young lad who was more intrigued by science compared to combat. However, he was well respected amongst the clan members because of this. And later on in his life, he crossed paths with Raven, who would later on become Lana's mother. This making Marco not only one of the smartest at such a young age, but one of the youngest to give birth in the clan. However, Marco and Raven had very little time left with their daughter. With neither of them being true fighters and demon attacks being common for the clan, they had no choice but to flee the clan with Lana in their arms. Unfortunately for Raven, she met her end. Heartbroken with tears running down his face, Marco found himself near the Saiyan temple, a sanctuary open to all who wish to unleash their warrior spirit. But this night is far from over, as Marco falls under an enchantment, hearing the voice of his wife luring him outside. Unable to resist the calls, Marco leaves Lana in the care of those at the temple, and this was the last time Marco was ever seen from anyone. Now at 15 years old, Lana has grown to become a diligent and well-respected warrior. During her time here, she learned many life lessons, and learned a lot about herself as well. Day by day, she improves not just as a fighter but as a person, learning what it means to be kind, sincere, and thoughtful towards others. She held great admiration for everyone here, and one person in particular, Erbito, a Saiyan who was born on Earth, who spent a lot of time here at the temple. As they spent more time together, she began to develop feelings towards Erbito, feelings which would leave her conflicted. Her infatuation for Erbito led her to become distracted during her training, so after 1 year, she decided to go train elsewhere. The supervisors of the temple advised her to seek out a man known as Arzane Bang, a man who was beyond surprised to see her, and it was from him where Lana first learned about her parents. Although saddened by the news, she still sought out his guidance, and from this day forward, she became his disciple, greeting him with a respectful bow. As time went on, she would learn more about Bang, as well as the Kami clan and the Lightning Fang clan. And after learning of her potential, she became more motivated than ever to achieve her goal. A few years go by and Lana is now 21 years old, and despite all her progress, she's still upset that her awakening has yet to happen. Master Bang informed her of a tournament and suggested that she enters as a way to challenge herself. Believing that this could be a way for her to potentially awaken her powers, she agrees to it and decides to enter. After flawlessly overcoming the qualifier, Lana was caught off guard by one of the participants. It was Erbito. She was not expecting him to be here. Feeling nervous after not seeing him in so long, she could tell that he was exponentially more powerful than he was when they were younger. The two caught up briefly and were both excited to see each other compete. However, Lana felt slightly embarrassed after coming up short in the first round. However, despite this, Erbito still commended her on her efforts, and she stuck around to support the rest of his fights. However, shortly after the tournament, a Valkyrie known as Grace has an encounter with Erbito and Dragon. She warns them both of Dark and his forces, claiming that he is too dangerous to be ignored. Whilst preparing for the oncoming threat, they both recommend that Lana trains with them as well, in order to better their chances. With time working against them, Grace decides to give all three warriors a slight power amp, after which they clear out Lake City of Darker's forces until they eventually run into Torment, a powerful deity who thrives off of chaos, darkness, and negative emotions. However, before they could even get to him, Darker completely obliterates Lake City by simply unleashing his power. Dragon, Erbito, and Lana all survived this explosion. However, now they are dealing with Torment, who wasn't going to go easy on them. During this confrontation, Lana showed off high levels of dexterity, defense, and durability against Torment, although she still wasn't strong enough to actually deal enough damage to hurt him. Later on in the incursion, Lana was able to fight side by side with Victor against Darker, the same Darker who beat Super Saiyan Erbito and Super Saiyan 2 Arson simultaneously with relative ease. However, despite becoming stronger slightly yet again, she still wasn't strong enough to hurt Darker enough to put him down for good. As Dragon and Victoria step onto the battlefield, Lana looks on in awe at Victoria's awakened power. Sensing the immense power gap between them, she feels like she's been lacking behind yet again, and she doubles down on this emotion during her first encounter against Kenjiri Smoke. where it took Dragon, Victoria, Verdun, and Victor to combine all their efforts in order to finally put him down. During the events of Volume 3, Lana confesses to Victor that she's tired of feeling like she's never enough. Stating to him that she's tired of seeing him get hurt all the time and that she wishes that she could be strong enough to protect him for a change. Still disappointed and infuriated by the fact that her powers have yet to awaken after all this time. She feels like all she does is drag him down. However, before her feelings can be acknowledged, an alternate version of Kenjiri smoke enters their world. And with absolutely no one wanting to relive what happened last time, it's all hands on deck. But this version of Kenjiri is leagues more powerful than the version they fought prior. And just by simply releasing his energy, he completely wipes out everyone on the battlefield, leaving Lana in a state of panic as she can't sense Herbito's energy. Falling into a blind fury, a golden light engulfs the battlefield, and a Valkyrie is born. Lana's awakening has finally arrived, and she takes on the gilded form of a Valkyrie. Gilded Guardian Lana enters the battle, fighting alongside Verdun and the fusion of Victor and Victoria. The three of them use a combined attack that absolutely eradicates Kenjiri. And just like that, the nightmare is over. But the job isn't finished. Kenjiri, by simply entering this universe, did unfathomable damage to the countless worlds within it. And so Lana and a few others volunteered to help restore balance. But as for right now, that's all you need to know about Lana. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown on the character. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like and share the video. And don't forget to leave a comment on your thoughts, or just to say hi. I appreciate it either way.